What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Illest Gaming Podcast. This is episode 1 of Meet the Org. Today we are going to, you are going to be meeting the owner, the general manager, and the stream team leader, or me, the guy talking. This is going to be a multi-part series, and then ideally this Illest Gaming podcast will continue on after that, especially if it's something that you guys like to see. So make sure that if you like the video, you like the video, and make sure if you if you like the content, make sure you sub to the channel, hit the notification bell. But without further ado, let's send it over to the owner of Illest Gaming, Illest Horizons.
Yo, so we're gonna be doing pretty simple questions today. Nothing too crazy. I mean, some of these are like they're not crazy outlandish. You may see some of us are gonna word it a little bit different from person to person, but I think the way I'm gonna do it is just kind of round table it, and I'm gonna start with asking Joker some questions, and then he can ask Stalling, who can then ask me. We all have the same list. We can obviously skew how we ask the question from person to person. So, let's get started. All right, Joker. I need a little bit about yourself, some backstory, some who the fuck are you?
uh, I guess I am Ryan McCann. I'm from Wisconsin, La Crosse. Like I was explaining to you, a little tiny, nobody city where we have one GameStop that's closing. I don't know. I chill. I play games. I've been around here my whole life. Really, honestly, I don't really do much, man. If you watch my streams, that's what I do.
I'm Stalling Rug 420, aka Joe, aka Rug, aka Stalling, aka whatever the fuck you want to call me. I am not just a gamer. I am also an aspiring actor. I love to create music. I love to sing. I love to kind of like media in general is kind of like my deal. If any of you guys know Jordan Fisher, he's like kind of like if I were to make it, he's kind of like how I would want to be.
Total square, man.
As far as
I don't even know who that is, guys. Come on now, just like
as far as like myself goes, it's just kind of I am a very positive person. I've never really had any issues with like putting forward positivity and being kind. So that's kind of how I like to be in my streams. If you've noticed that, I tend to be very accepting, very understanding of situations. You won't see me very often get upset with you in my chat, no matter what you're doing. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm also the stream team manager of Illest, which means that eventually I'm going to be setting up some tournaments. I've been kind of slacking with that lately, but it's been tough.
Right.
All right, a little bit about myself. So, my name is Mark Monroe. I go by Horizons. I'm sure most of the people that are watching this video, or at least that are familiar with the org, probably know me because I'm the most consistent member that is around, because I've actually been playing with Illest since like 2013, when we were literally just a public, like a pub match fucking...
No, it existed way back then.
No, literally, we were a clan, dude. Like, we were literally just like a clan that did clan battles. And I don't know if any of you guys know who Smokeless Empire is, but they were like huge for the longest. And we would go back and forth with them in like public search games and stuff like that, which is crazy because back in Black Ops 4, when we were playing competitive really heavy, we actually scrimmed them like weekly. And there was like a huge rivalry between us, and they started to fall off a little bit. We actually brought in a bunch of their members at one point, and it was awesome. But I've been playing with a part of Illest for a long time, and fast forward a couple years, and they weren't really playing COD anymore. Back in like the PS3 Call of Duty Ghost days, we had like 300 plus members, and not very many not very many of us got PS4s. So a lot of people fell off. We probably
I
had
don't
like
even know this stuff. This is raw
Holy
footage.
20, like
Yeah,
20 of
right.
us,
This is
like 15 or
brand new.
20. We had like 15 or 20 of us left, right? So then a lot of them fall off. They stop playing COD. They start playing, other games, or a lot of them played Fortnite. They started their own like completely different clan. So then World War II comes. That's like right before Black Ops 4, which was like the pinnacle of like getting this started. All right, so going to World War II, and I basically messaged the old dude that like owned Illest, and I was like, "Yo, I'm still playing on this account. Like, it's kind of like dead. Like, can I just take it? Like, can I have ownership of it?
I
Like,
just take it over.
literally, that's what happened." And he's like, "Oh yeah, dude. Like, I didn't even realize that you still like even played on that account." And I was like, "Yeah, that's because all you guys made new ones." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So I start meeting a couple people, start playing with them consistently. We start running GBs every single day, straight grinding game battles XPs together. Grinding it out. So then we go into BO4, and obviously at this point we're like, well, a lot of us stream. We start picking up streamers and decided,
Right.
oh, let's incorporate the stream team.
Try to make it legit, yeah.
We were like really, really, really big into like the team scrims and GBs, and a lot of us pub grinded. We streamed, and then basically what happened and why we kind of lost a lot of our footing. I got a new girlfriend, and we had a kid together. Well, she was pregnant, I didn't have time like that, and then I basically
Right.
took a step back, and it really it lost a lot of our footing, especially in the competitive Call of Duty department, because
Right.
I was our in-game leader and our team captain, and I was the one who recruited our players, so it was a big hit. But we're doing a really good job recovering from that. I'm gonna stop rambling and get to the next question, though.
Is how you became a member of Illest. And to be truthful, I don't even fucking know how I became a member of Illest, because I thought it was teamwork, or like what was Team Merc at the time. I have
Same.
like
When
literally,
I got
I
into
have
it through
no
college,
idea
and you brought it to me, I
how
thought
I
was
made it
all
to
intertwined.
Illest. Like the earliest Twitter message I have that has anything to do with Illest was from somebody called Trevor Watterson or something.
I don't even know who that is, to be honest.
And he sent me to Insight.
Insights. Okay, there's that connecting piece.
So he sent me to Insights, who was in my mind supposed to be the like person who was gonna get me into teamwork, which is another like just streamer group that I'm a part of.
Yeah.
And Joker's a part of, right?
Yeah.
So I then somehow, some way, get to Insights and figure out that it's like an actual gaming organization. And at this point, I'm not even affiliated on Twitch. I have I have not even really decided if it's something that I want to like actually do for myself,
Yeah.
And I'm already in this mode of like, oh fuck, do I pick an org already? Like what do I do? So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna get Joker in it with me, because we've been in the same spot on our streamer journey from the moment we started.
Yep.
We've grown very, very similarly. We've joined very similar groups. We've kind of been there for each other for every step of the way, type deal.
We started at the same time too.
Yeah, but to be honest, no idea.
That's so crazy. I didn't even know that.
How I came into Illest, like it came to me.
Joe
Yeah.
told me to talk to this dude's sites about it. I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
I'll talk
and
to him, see what's good.
this was all during the time that I thought it was for teamwork.
That's so
So
crazy.
I was trying to get Ryan into teamwork, going through sites, who was trying to get us into Illest.
And it was.
That's so crazy.
Mess for a second there, man, for sure.
Hey man, I'm happy
Big
that
mess.
you guys found your way though. Insights at the time was our recruiter, and like he didn't tell anybody like how he got people. He was literally just like, "Oh, I got new members. I got new members. I got new members." We're like, "Bro, what the fuck? You get like he got so many people at the
Crazy
beginning."
same way, dude.
Which, can't lie, we did have some issues with some of the people. We may have over recruited, which we all can acknowledge. I think we can all attest to that. But at the same time,
Shit, I'm overfollowed,
it's growing
man.
pains, man.
For real.
It happens.
I got recruited because so I had this little group of people that I ran with, and one of our members got recruited when he was playing solo, and he's like, all right, so I got this group of guys. If I come, they have to come too, and I
Right.
just happened to be one of them.
Full on.
This one is probably going to be one that all of us probably ramble on for a minute. Tell me about a moment, one moment, that got you knowing that playing video games was something you really, really wanted to do. Not streaming, not content creation, but gaming. What was that one thing that you did that you were like, damn, this is fun. Like, I could do this all day.
Shit. Honestly, probably for me, probably like the first time that I like actually got good at Grand Theft Auto, man. That was like the defining moment for me that I was like, I'm gonna play video games for the rest of my life, probably, because I got so much genuine enjoyment out of that game, or any game like that, story-based games, because that's where my roots came from, man. I stream Call of Duty a lot now, like, you know, obviously a lot of people do, but I came from story games, man, and I still play them. When I get off Call of Duty and I'm done streaming for everyone, I'm usually hopping on a story game for at least 3-4 hours a night.
You stream
True.
story modes too, though.
I do,
Especially
but
during the in-between of games, when Warzone
Yeah.
was... Because you were never a Warzone player. Once Modern Warfare got stale for you, you were playing all these crazy games, and I was like, yo, what is this man streaming?
Bro, I do. Like, once it gets stale and that content for me, and I got Damascus in Modern Warfare, and my grind was done there, dude. They didn't have a ranked play. I don't
Right.
play GBs. I don't know. I lost interest, and it goes to the story. It goes back to my roots, bro. Like I'm saying, go back to story games.
Go back to the roots, yeah. For me, it was just something that I did when I was a kid with my family.
I can dig that.
So like I have 5 brothers and 3 sisters, and almost every single one of them in some capacity plays video games, as well as my stepdad and my dad and my mom. So like pretty much everybody in my family plays video games in some form, you know, whether it's on mobile, whether it's on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, what have you. You know, somebody in my family at any given moment, probably during the day, because I have so many family members, is probably playing a video game. You know,
It's pretty dope.
So for me, it was just like it was just something we did together. So I had a very interesting setup with my life in the sense that like every other weekend I was actually at my dad's house because my parents were split. So I didn't spend. Yeah, so somebody is not happy.
Roommates playing COD. That's that's my bad.
That was Jesse.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Room's right back there, bro.
Oh,
baby.
I hope, bro. I really hope that Bray does not cut that out of the video.
Man, that was fucking hilarious. But anyway, so like even when I was at my dad's house, where I didn't necessarily like my dad's house was different, so I didn't always have like a way to play video games with the rest of my family members. But eventually, like that was one of the things that I ended up working for was being able to buy my first Xbox 360, so that even when I was at my dad's house, I could still play with my other siblings. So
Well, and
like
the
even
progression there too with gaming probably helps that a lot online
exactly,
and all of that.
you know, and even nowadays, Ryan or Savage knows. Like I still now will play with my brother every now and again. Like I'll still hop into games with my brother David because like that's just what we've always done. We've always played video games together. So for me, it's just kind of been like the best way for me to stay connected to the people that like I care about.
I play with my brother all the time
Yeah.
too. Honestly, I play with Logan. Parts Unknown. That's my brother.
That's dope.
So you know, it all runs in the family, man.
For me, it was just like a family thing. We started. I remember playing like PlayStation 1 games, but I really remember it like us getting serious into it when like Modern Warfare 2 came out, and we would do like literally we had 4-person split screen going.
That's
on
so
the
dope.
TVs. Like that's how like into it we were. And then we became like a Battlefield family.
that was
Like
like-
me, my stepdad, my brother, we would full squad in Battlefield. It was
GoldenEye
literally
days,
just
man.
my family, you know.
All right.
Yeah, I love them GoldenEyes.
So, as weird as this is, I really didn't like video games growing up. Mainly because wait, hold on. You'll understand. I liked certain games, like I thought like Crash was cool and I played it with like my sisters and shit, but they would never give me turns. So I had this really bad taste in my mouth for playing video games. So then a couple of years later, I graduated early from high school. This is like a long period of time. I had played like here and there with my friends, just messed around in the game. I messed around in the game with my friends. I graduated early from high school, so I graduate in at the end of the second semester. I only went my half of a senior year.
Big
Oh,
brain on
man.
horizons. Okay, okay.
So, but then instantly regretted it because all of my friends still were going to school. What the
Yeah.
fuck was I? What was I gonna do with my life? So then my dad had a PS3 at the time, right? And he had Black Ops 2 and like the prior games. And I was like, hey,
Right.
can I borrow your PlayStation? He's like, yeah, I've been really busy with work. I don't have time to play it. So I get on. This is how I knew I wanted to pursue competitive Call of Duty and how I knew I wanted to play. So I got on and was instantly just like light years better than the average public match player kid. Like
Wow.
instantly, I just picked up the sticks and like the first day, dude, I was just
I
grinding.
love how you said that.
And then give it like a week later, and I was like, dude, this isn't even fun. Like I was dropping all the big streaks in pubs. So I'm like, what is League play? So I click on it and I'm playing, and my first placement game, I drop a swarm, and I was like, this is pretty dope. And then so then I'm literally playing hardpoint at Raid. Everybody loves Raid. My first game in League play, my first placement match, I literally dropped a swarm on Raid, and I was like, yo, this is fun. I really like this. Like, and it was so much better because I'm not sitting here like, bro, that nice target finder, bro. Like, that's cool.
Right.
Because I'm playing competitive, and I was like, damn, I want to pursue this. And then the next game, my next placement was a search and destroy game. I did really good. First time ever playing search, and I fell in love. That
I hated
was
search for so long because I just
never, bro.
I hated like the.
Joe, we had to get Joe talked into the search game.
I just
bro.
for
Hated
me,
it.
I
Hated
don't like sitting and watching. Like it.
So don't
and
die.
That's what's really weird about like how into streaming I am now. Is like until about a year ago, you wouldn't have caught me watching a stream. You wouldn't have caught like the only thing I would have watched somebody else do is act in a movie or a TV show.
Okay.
Like I was a huge believer of like if I can watch somebody do it, why the fuck am I not just doing it myself?
Yeah.
I can get that, yeah.
So it kind of like bled over into my games a little bit where like if for me if there was a lot of like downtime or like time where I physically wasn't doing much, then like I didn't get a whole lot of enjoyment out of it.
Okay.
Until I really started gaming with like Savage and Sensei and Parts Unknown and my buddy Pete and those guys because they all played Search and they all played Call of Duty all the time and I was a Battlefield guy through and through. Like I was a
I hated it.
You couldn't catch me on a Call of Duty game 9 times out of 10, but those 9 times out of 10 I was on Battlefield,
I get you.
So it's definitely been an interesting switch for me.
All right.
Very recent.
I feel. How did you pick your gamer tag, Joker?
That's out of honestly, man. That's out of just random. I've bounced around so many gamer tags over the years. It was more of a. I just rebranded right before I started streaming. Honestly, I was for years I was marked for death. I mean, I had some rather inappropriate ones that we won't discuss on here. But yeah, that was just out of random. Obviously I love the Joker. He's there. So I mean, it was only fitting, and I'm kind of a savage when I get a little upset. So it all just blended together, man, and it fit like that. Honestly,
I think we've all seen that side of you.
it's like exactly. So it's there.
All right.
What about you, Horizons?
Me. All right. So obviously we all know where the Illest part came from, but I've been rocking the same. Mine has stuck with me since Black Ops 2. So a long, long time. So my favorite band in high school and growing up was Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh fuck yeah.
Obviously, that's a very, very long name.
Right.
So I picked out the Horizon part and just added an S to it, and I've been rocking that for the longest. That's always been my go-to.
Okay.
I like
Hell
that.
yeah. I've only had 3 gamer tags in my life.
Not bad.
First one, Mini Asteroid 71. That was the very first one I ever got.
Mini asteroid.
Mini Asteroid. Yep.
Was that
That's
one of the Xbox ones that
Can
they
you
just give you
spell
in the
generic?
head and he rocked
Sure
it?
was.
It was one of the
Sure
generic. It
was.
was literally generic. They literally
Yeah.
he's like, "Could you spell generic?" It was
100%.
literally generic.
Yep. I didn't change it. I was not. Still to this day, I have a really, really, really hard time being like original in naming things. I have
You
a
would
really
definitely
hard
would be
time.
good at naming that cave, is what you're saying.
No.
Okay. Like,
And I have a really hard time like being confident in the name that I pick.
Picked
that
a
And
you
I
good
knew
choose.
that
one.
going into it. So like I just was like, fuck it. I'm gonna leave it and that's who I'm gonna be.
I get
Then
you.
fast forward like a couple like half a year maybe. And I get in trouble at my mom's house with my stepdad, and I'm no longer allowed to play video games. And he pays for my Xbox Live. So he stops paying for my Xbox Live. So I have to figure out a new way to play video games.
Classic struggles, man. Just
I
like
create a new email and a new Xbox Live account at my dad's house that I know I'm only going to be able to use at my dad's house, but I'm going to use it so that I can still play Battlefield 3.
the grime.
Right?
You guys hear this? Like,
I love it.
That gamer
That's such a
tag.
kid. That's such a children like the
Yep,
stereotypical
it's
like
such
I
a
got
kid
around it,
mind.
bro.
It's such a kid mindset. That gamer tag I got was Stalling Rug 0976. That was in 7th fucking grade.
yeah,
I'm
'cause when
24 now.
when I met Joe, he was stalling rug.
I am 24 now, which means that from the time I was 13, 12, so literally 12 years,
That's
I've been
crazy.
stalling rug, and only recently, like within the last 2 years, did I switch it to stalling rug 420, because as some of my friends like to say, I'm an herbal enthusiast.
Uh,
But yeah, I like I said, I like the generic. I think that nobody does it. Nobody lets, unless you're like putting your name into like a fucking a mob name generator or some stupid shit like that where you're like actively trying to generate a random name like that. Nobody uses like the random names that they're given. Everybody comes into it with a name that they kind of have in mind, I feel like.
I mean,
And
nobody by choice. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
usually,
Like unless
anyway.
they're like told to switch names and they have to use like what was
Yeah, yeah.
Jesse like Fabric Pawn or something like that for a while. Like it was something really dumb.
Hey man,
But
it's
like
okay. Remember
yeah,
Joker last year? This man was user with like 30 numbers
Yeah,
for like all of
yeah.
Modern Warfare, bro.
Bro, I can't be double dicking, but some kid can be double dicking your mom. Like I don't understand the logic in
Yep.
this, bro. But it's cool. It's cool. It goes with it. Killed by
Yeah, I'm
a
a
double dicking. It was
yeah,
great.
I'm a generic kind of guy. So like when I went into it, my whole idea was to leave it whatever it was.
I
And
can
then
rock with
like
it.
and then everybody was like, "What's the 0976?" And I was like, "You know what? I still have a free Xbox name change. I'm going to use it." And I just decided to switch the numbers. I kept the name, switched
I
like
mean,
I've been
yeah.
stalling rug for way too long to switch it now, you know.
I feel you.
Out here yelling.
What got you interested in content creation and more importantly streaming? Because you mostly stream.
Um,
I know you're kind of transitioning into the content creation.
yeah,
a little bit more, but
I'm trying to get there. I'm not very good at editing and stuff yet, so I don't have a program or anything for that. But as far as the question goes, I probably just honestly because I play video games so much all the time anyway, and it was honestly just a decision where I enjoy playing them so much that maybe I could get some other people to enjoy it just as much. They could watch it, they can enjoy it, you know, just all around love, really, man. It was nothing grimy.
I can
I'm in
dig
it for
that.
the follow.
I'm in it for the views and the money.
No,
Give me the money.
it was strictly because I figured if I was going to be playing video games for 8 hours a day anyway, then why not stream it? Because maybe someone else will watch me and get
Right.
enjoyment out. That's all. It was all. It was strictly for fun, educational purposes, man. I mean,
Right. It
no,
was kind of like an opportunistic type deal.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was just the opportunity was there, and I took it, man. I'm good at video
Right.
games. I play them enough. I felt like I could be entertaining for people. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, and I know we started off at very, very similar times. I think I started maybe like a week or two before you did.
Yeah,
You know,
it was.
so like it was a very similar situation for me. But Horizons, why don't you go ahead and answer the question too?
All right. So obviously, I was like, I didn't even know for the longest time like what Twitch. And obviously, I knew what YouTube was, but I didn't have like the hardware and stuff to like really do all that. So I was that kid that just to show my friends, hey, look, bro, I'm better than you at Call of Duty. I was uploading my video like good gameplay to Facebook of all places, and my one friend was like, yo, dude, you're good. Like you should look into streaming on Twitch. And I was like, what is Twitch? And he like, so he's no, literally I had no clue.
Real.
And so he sent me like the link to Twitch, dude. And I go to twitch.tv and I'm like, cool. So I'm like scrolling through it, and crazily enough, my first streamer was this dude who had a couple hundred followers at the time. His name was Pessimist. Actually, it was Lord Pessimist at the time. And I click on his video. This dude is literally playing S&D chows in an elephant onesie, bro. Because he was Lord Pessimist, the Elephant Man, and he was but I chatted, and he was like super cool and like was talking to me, and so I started watching his streams all the time, and I was like, yo, I
Right.
really dig this. I still watch his streams to this day. He dropped the elephant onesie, he dropped the Lord part. He's literally just passed. He actually also dropped S&D chows. He was on for the longest time. He was on the front cover of CMG for being like one of the most winningest players on their site.
Yeah.
Now he's a Valorant player. He's damn good at it.
Oh.
But
He is.
but I stayed watching him play for like the longest, dude, and he like I wanted to strive to be like him. Dude is like partnered on Twitch and everything now because he's been grinding it. So then I'm like, all right, cool. So I don't have a computer. I have nothing, bro. So I use my phone for my chat at the time, and on my PS4, just press the share button and go live. And
Hey, man, a lot of people that chat through their phones, bro.
and I was really, really like super inconsistent about it at first. I got really like down about it, about like the grind. And it was like mid season Black Ops 4 competitive, and I hit affiliate. So I'm like, all right, cool, there's some footing. And then I am still inconsistent about it because I don't like streaming scrims, because if we're practicing, I don't want, obviously, like any
Right.
most competitive players don't stream scrims. So then like some GBs, pubs, league play, whatever. At the end of the season comes, we're like, all right, what the fuck what are we gonna play? Blackout. We had been playing Blackout on and off throughout the year. We grinded Blackout, dude. Me and like my competitive teammates, we would stay up, pull all-nighters. We got the funniest content though, dude, because we'd all be stupidly overtired
Right. Just
grinding
ridiculously
it, bro.
exhausted. Yeah.
And I was finally catching my footing. Like people were sticking around longer, talking more. Like, damn, that was funny, and it just made me want to keep doing it. And that was how I caught my footing and just never gave up.
Right. So for me, it very similar to Joker in a sense. I was just it had always like once I like knew about it a little bit more, like when Courage, Tim the Tatman, Nick Merckx, Ninja, Dr. Disrespect, all those guys were getting big. Like I kind of knew, like was hearing about streaming and what it was and kind of what it was becoming. Like I never really thought it was something that I could do because like I said, if I'm going to be watching something, then I'm going to be doing it,
Yeah, yeah.
So like I kind of felt like there were so many more people who had that mindset than there are, or than there seem to be, at least with the way that Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, all those sites make it seem. I mean, hell, we just had somebody hit 2 fucking million viewers at one time on Twitch. Like
Yeah.
literally 2 million viewers. That's fucking insane, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a lot.
but like similar to Joker, I was like, you know what, fuck it. If I'm gonna be playing, I may as well just try to stream. And I had done it once before, but the only reason I did it that time was because my brother wanted to see some gameplay of a video game before he bought it. So I just pressed, at that point, I literally just pressed stream on my Xbox and had him hop in and he watched gameplay for a little bit, you know? Um, but then, like, when I actually started streaming, I didn't, going into it, I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I do. I'm going to finish it. Like, I'm going to see it through, you know? So for me, I started streaming. I really, really enjoyed it. And it became more than just like me going live and playing video games. It started turning into more than me just playing video games, but me actually sitting and talking to my chat and having like community interaction. Like
Mm-hmm.
now, you don't see me hop into a video game until I've been in a stream for 45 minutes. A year ago, I never would have thought that would have been a possibility because the moment I would get home from work, I'd be on playing video games with my homies. The moment I had any free time, I'd be on playing video games with my homies. So I decided, fuck it, why not stream? And then I found a community. I found teamwork. I found Illest. I found a bunch of people that started to hop into my chats, and I was like, holy shit, this is like way more fun and way more fulfilling than I ever thought it possibly could be.
Oh
Well, it
yeah.
goes a
And
lot deeper than you think too.
right. And then I started to meet some really cool people like you, Horizons, and fucking Bray and his
Mhm.
wife, and
Right.
Frost, and all the people in Illest, Phenom, Canation,
Yep.
like those guys. I like the people I've met along the way, the journey that I've already had within the first year has been so cool
And
for
that's just the
like
first year. That's the
right,
craziest part
that's just
about
like
all
the
of that.
first little bit of
Yep.
like of it, you know, and that's what has me so excited. It's
Dude,
the
yeah,
fact
your guys' beginning is like so different than mine. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you're good.
My first year was pretty much like a couple of my homies would hop in here and there, and
right.
I had no backing, dude. I had no one to really help me. It was pretty much just like
Well, to this
I
day, I
grinded for
still have
zero
to
for like
right.
2 months. Literally for
To
like
this
two
day,
months, grinding for nobody.
I still have to call out my homies every now and again because I know they're not my chats. Like I still will call out homies because I'm like they'll be saying something like, "Why didn't you do this?" And I'll be like, "Yo, if you were in my chat, you'd know." You know, like I'll
Right?
still call them out. So like, yeah, very, very, very different routes that we've had because, I mean, I even had one of my. Okay, I'm gonna go into a little bit of a story here.
I like it. Okay.
The facts are not confirmed 100%. Now,
The
what
not
I will
confirmed
say,
fact. Picture it
in
didn't happen,
in
dude. Like,
my soul, I know that this is what happened, but he will deny it till the day he dies. My college roommate, for whatever reason, decided to hop in my streams when I first started and be an absolute jackass.
oh,
Oh.
yes, I knew
He
about this,
started
dude.
saying stupid shit
Just
like,
mean
why do
shit.
you, like, did you know Rug likes to eat ass? Like,
God
just being
damn.
a troll. And it
Yeah.
got to the point where, like, you know, trolling is cool. Like I
Until
said in the
you, and then you
beginning,
say, "Yo, man,
you
it's
know,
me." Like I fucking got you. But when you're
right.
just actively
You know,
doing it, bro.
like I said in the beginning, it takes a lot for me to get upset and like angry when I'm streaming with somebody. It got to the point where
I've known Joe for
I
years, and I ain't never really seen him upset about
had to
anything.
stop streaming. It got so bad, and I had to go sit next to my girlfriend. I was shaking because I was so mad because I knew who it was and they wouldn't stop. And I was like, how is
And then
this gonna be my homie?
they're gonna go and deny that
You
shit.
know?
Like,
So like we Horizons, very different paths because like I had homies who were like blatantly not supportive. Like almost as not supportive as you can possibly be. Like making accounts that were Stalling Rug 421, Stalling Rug 419, Stalling Rug 422.
I
Like that's
forgot
the kind of
how
shit, you
bad
know.
that got, dude. I
That's the
really
That's
kind of shit that I
annoying.
was dealing with when I started. And like people don't realize how much of an effect that can have.
Yeah.
Like if I wasn't the type of person I am, if I wasn't so positive, if I wasn't so like high energy, there's no way I make it through that. There's
Yeah.
no way I make it through knowing one of my homies who's like I thought was one of my best friends at the time
Yeah,
is
that
gonna come
shit.
into my streams
That's
and do that kind of
perseverance,
shit.
man. Because that shit
You
probably would
know,
have ended my stream. Like
I
I,
was, I was
well, you
like,
know,
what do
Joe,
I
you were
even
one of them. I
do?
had
Yeah,
support the time that I started. Nobody came into my chat and
right,
started making, Savage Joker 1 and start
right.
telling me that I eat ass in my chat and
So
all this
like
shit, dude.
that's the
It was
kind of
all
shit that
love.
I had to push through, which is why like I am such a like there's people out there who act a certain way to help boost themselves.
Well, it's a boost of self
My
confidence.
positivity, my support, my love for like the people that come into my chat is genuinely me because I've had it the complete opposite way so early from people that like I cared so much about. So like that's what makes it so important to me now is like the relationships that I've made with the people that I've met are real and like those people that I've met and that are part of my community are people that I care about, you know? And that's what makes it so important and so like that's what drives that fire within us as
Mhm.
streamers and content creators to like be better and like
Right.
do better is that desire to make people feel good and make people feel welcome and not just like give me your fucking money, dude. Like I'm here to give me to get your money. That's not
Hmm.
what it's about at all. And people who do that will eventually be seen, you know?
True.
Like people who do that those colors will come out. And the people who aren't like that, you can tell right away. As soon as you hop into somebody's chat, you can tell when somebody's being genuine and when somebody's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna stream because I think I'm gonna get some money out of it." You know? FPS. What's your favorite? Well, not your favorite game, I guess. It's not really how I want to say it because anybody's favorite game could be anything, but that could be a game that they don't even play anymore.
Facts.
Say tomorrow, right? You decide, oh, I'm gonna hop on. What's the game you're gonna be playing? Your game of choice right now. Sit down in your chair,
Because every
turn the
morning,
PC on.
it's free roam. I'm telling you, I go back to my roots every time, bro. Lately, I've been waking up and I've been playing Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Game looks dope.
That's
Lit.
story, greatness. It's great on PC or your
Right.
PS5.
Great
which you
on
can't
PC.
back on,
Yeah.
But
Cold War.
what's
Cold War. That's been mine. It's all been
Cold
all
War
about
for
Cold
you?
War. Yeah.
Okay.
The S&D
I
grind, bro.
I think for me it's like
I do play a lot of COD, so that's a hard question, bro.
right.
It's like,
I'm a very mood-based guy. So like I'm also very easily influenced by videos. So if
right, you
I'm
watch a
like
video of a game and
if
you're like,
I'm
ooh, I want to
watching a
do that.
video of a game,
Yeah,
nine
I feel
times out
that.
of 10, if I'm gonna sit down after that video, I'm gonna play that game because
feel.
I
I
have that
feel
with
like
movies,
I'm just
bro.
in that game mode.
I'll be
But
watching a
like
movie and I'll be like, that kind of reminds me of that game, dude. I'm gonna go do
right.
that. Yeah, I get that.
Lately, I've really been liking battle royales again, just
Battle
because
royals
I
are
think
dope.
they're so competitive right now, and they're so fast paced that
Well, they're like the
I
thing now.
yeah I like
Have been
that a lot
for
about them
years.
is that fast pacedness. That's one thing that I like a lot is the fast paced kind of gameplay. The only problem with that is it gets really intense and you have to focus a lot, so it can be hard as a small streamer to play those kind of games because then it makes it hard to talk to chat.
Dude,
All right. So this one, it says, "Do you have a theme song?" But it's not necessarily like a. Do you have a song that you think describes you? It's what's that one song that just gets you dumb hype for no reason that maybe rather you're like, because I warm up before I play. I shoot bots before I play online. What's that one song that just gets you going stupid hard for no reason?
Till I Collapse by Eminem.
That's such a good one. That's a good one.
No, if for no other reason than like, I truly don't know, but when it hits my eardrums, my whole body just goes, bum, 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 bum.
I can dig that.
Like every single time. Don't know why.
What about you, Joker?
Right now, mine's probably because you know how it is, man. 25 years on this earth, man. I've had a few songs to give me the goosebumps, man.
I got like
But,
10. I got like 10 of them, but there's one
that's
specific
bad, bro.
one.
Right now, if I had to pick one, it'd probably be I'd have to say Flex Polo G. I've been using it on my TikToks a lot. It's got a vibe about it, dude. It just gets me hyped up. I like that one. If I had to pick a theme song, that's probably what it'd be, honestly.
I got like 3 right now that I really like. I really like, but I'm just gonna say the one that even my wife's like, bro, that's your hype song. 5 Hours by Dioro. It's literally like straight like an EDM song, but I don't know what it is about like it's the intro, dude. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but it's that like so you have to listen to it. But literally like the way it starts, it's like this little like thing in the background and it goes and then there's silence and it goes and for some reason it just like it vibes with me and then it's like a really good EDM song from there. But the whole song just like I don't know what it is, bro, but that song just gets me dumb hype for no reason.
Doing the music path when you're gaming, I guess not gaming so much, but because I know most of us, the games that we play rely a lot on like the actual game
I'm
audio.
a sweat, bro. No,
Um,
nothing but the game
right.
audio, bro.
But like if you were streaming and you wanted like some sort of music behind you, what would that playlist be for your stream?
So
I
oddly
would
enough,
Had to.
beats, bro. Like snares and shit. Just beats.
Oh,
Like beats
okay.
that are on my YouTube.
Interesting.
You know, hard snares
I could
and
dig
shit.
that.
Nothing,
What about you,
no
Ryan?
like words, bro. Just hard snares like that and shit.
I actually I so because I have like really bad ADHD and I'm not medicated for it. So if I don't have something to keep me occupied, I lose train of thought, I get lost, and being a search and destroy player, I need to be like that, dude. So I actually am pretty much always listening to music. Always when I'm playing. I play the volume low, but literally,
Right.
dude, the couple tournaments I've played in, music is in the background. I play it low enough so that I can hear it the littlest bit. I can still hear footsteps because I have $250 headset. Like I can hear everything, but I still play music because it keeps me focused on the game. I have 2 different playlists of streaming music, and I have an EDM playlist because the issue I ran into was one of my stream playlists. Like I got way too like into the music sometimes, and I'm like, or like, and I'm like, damn, like I'm not focusing on the game anymore because I'm just sitting here like, yeah, this song goes hard.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a lot of EDM music because I vibe with it, but it gets me in my zone. I don't know what it is about EDM music, bro. Like I didn't even like it until like a year or 2 ago.
Right.
But my brother showed me a couple really good artists, and I just vibe with it, dude. It gets me in my zone. What about you?
I did not like putting music behind me for a really, 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 really long time. Up until about 2 days ago. When I was playing Apex. And for whatever reason I looked at my chat and I was like, what do you think, chat? Should I just play the music? Should I just play the music now while we're playing? Just to see what's up.
Play.
You
No
know?
balls won't do it.
And so I press play, and I have 2 playlists that I normally play on stream. One is for my starting soon screen, like that little EDM. It's like the night mode. Jericho, the streamer Jericho, he created it himself.
That's dope.
It's all non-DMCA music, so you can use it on streams and shit.
Touching on that real
and-
quick, you can use DMCA music all the fuck you want. The
Yes.
only issue is if people clip it.
Yes.
Unless somebody is a terrible person, they're not go. This is a common misconception. They're not gonna clip your starting soon stream.
And they also mute it
Yeah.
in like the
Your
playback.
VOD, yeah, they muted in your
in the
VOD. That was the point that I was taking. That's why like
Right.
you can play literally whatever you want.
Right. You can
Yeah.
play whatever you want. It's just all about like whether or not you want it to be muted or not.
Okay.
Um,
I don't give a fuck if they mute it for me. I want to listen to this shit.
right. But then I also, when I'm just chatting, I play chill, non-copyright,
Yeah, I could dig
fucking
that.
like a chill, non-copyright, lo-fi hip hop beats.
Yep.
I turned that on while I was playing Apex, and I don't know, man. That was something different. Like it was really fucking awesome. Like it just kept me calm.
Yeah.
You know, like it kept me like down. Like it kept me
Focused.
grounded a little bit. What are your plans for your stream and content creation in 2021? What is your 2021 content life gonna look like?
All right, so this one actually is pretty easy for me to answer, even though I didn't prepare for it. So obviously, both of you guys know, dude, I was terribly inconsistent last year. I did not because my daughter, like, we were just transitioning my daughter into like trying to
Right.
sleep through the night. I didn't have time. I was working. Now I'm just like, bro, like, I don't even care. I work tomorrow. Like I'm gonna play. Like at first it was I'm gonna play, and then once I consistently, cause my biggest fear for the longest was, what if my daughter wakes up in the middle of streaming? Like, which actually happened the other night. I don't know if either of you guys were watching that stream, but I had to cut it short. Like it would have been
I
like
had you. I have you
30.
tabbed.
It would have been like
I would have
30
this
minutes
up.
into my stream, dude. And I was like, that's so short, and I didn't want that to happen. So I was afraid to stream. Not gonna lie, like I just did not want to
Right.
do it. Well,
Be
my
like me.
daughter was like, I'll kick it
Feeding
with
him.
her. I'll kick it with her for a little bit.
Right.
And so she took care of my daughter. My daughter they hung out. She's like, just come up by 1:30. I got work in the morning. I was like, all right, cool, I can do that. Got a solid like hour and 15 minutes into my stream. And I was like, all right, cool. This was a decent little stream. Like I can take that for a
Right.
short stream.
Yeah.
And that was why I didn't stream last year. I was just worried.
Honestly, if I could just average, just obviously, try to be a good new dad. So got to try to be a good dad to the
Right.
little man all year. We're gonna try to get him figured out for the year and just see how he's doing. And honestly, as far as content creation and streaming goes, just keeping my grind going, man. I stream almost every night except Friday, unless little man has made me too tired the day before.
Right.
But I mean, it's a goal for myself would to be trying to average a concurrent viewership, like 25 concurrent viewers or something on my
Okay.
Twitch or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
All right.
know, something
Look,
like that.
for me, I have been feeling stuck, like ever since that whole follow botting thing that I had to deal with.
Yeah, that
Yep.
sucks.
I have felt like I almost felt like I was being complacent and like complacently stale in my content, and just like being okay with like just pressing the start streaming button, and that was pretty much it, and like being okay with that, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But like I want to take, like, for 2021, my plan is really to take my streams to the next level by planning them around content that I want to create. So
Mm-hmm.
like not just by going live and just playing video games and letting the content come to me, but actually going into a game with an idea of like, this is what I want to do, so that I can take that and turn it into a YouTube video or a TikTok video or something for Instagram or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was known for almost my entire streaming career, from start to today. I have been known as like the supporter of teamwork. Like
Mm-hmm.
people in teamwork, that group that we're in, knew me as like the supporter. I was in everybody's chats. That's one of the things that I want to get back to a little bit for 2021, is having specific days where I go out and support other people, because it is more than just like, as much as you don't want to forget your own grind, a lot of your own grind comes from what you did, Horizons, with helping others grow as well. you know, because if you help others grow, they're a lot more willing to give you that same time of their day,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
At the
I
same
mean,
time, I want to focus more on TikTok because TikTok is the fucking move right now for
So much
streamers.
exposure on
Like
TikTok, dude. I get
I
200
see
views a video.
I
Two.
see ridiculous growth from streamers that post on TikTok consistently. And
yeah.
that's one of the things I want to get to more too is like it's more for me now about the content creation and not so much like being a streamer.